doing? Sister LaTeta, host of Common Sense, Common Knowledge, and Accountability. That was Lizard Loop by 1013 Conceptions. How y'all doing on this, 11 p.m. Eastern Time, day of Saturn, hour of the sun, waning crescent? Yeah, y'all know I do it like that. Well, tonight's special guest, y'all, it links up with the series of Virtual Unity in the virtual community. It is Brother Larry Ukali Johnson-Redd, and with great hope that I pronounced his name correctly, he's author of ebook History to Destiny Through Afrocentric Poetry, and his most recent book is Loving Black Women. Okay, I'm going to let y'all pause on that one for a minute, because I did. Okay, now this brother is continuing his legacy through the written word, okay, as well as the spoken word, okay. Brother, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
I am doing fine, and how are you doing, Latifah?
Doing well, always striving moment by moment for betterment, moment by moment. That's how it is. Now, I want you to tell our listeners here a little about yourself. Just go into it.
Well, I was born in San Francisco, and, was in the BSU in high school, president of Balboa High School, BSU in San Francisco. I later graduated and attended University of San Francisco. But during that time, I was also involved in a community group, the Pan-African People's Organization in San Francisco. And we, fed people, had a lot of culture classes, and did community organizing to try and make things better. So having finished with USF, I had run into a Nigerian sister, and we got married. And during the time when I got my first master's degree, and I, was having those job search blues, she kept stating to me that if you go with me to Nigeria, you have plenty of dignity as a black man, and you won't be unemployed. And she's now late. She passed at 85. But I must say, on both of those very important points, she was 100% correct. So I went to Nigeria. I taught high school government for 2 contracts, and each contract was for 2 years. So it was a total of 4 years, from 1977 to 1981. And then, of course, we came back and resettled in the Bay Area before she had, the tragic episode in 1985 and perished. But then, life goes on. I worked in community services. I met up with Mr. Bookman, I.T. Bookman. He had a dream. There was a file cabinet in the drawer of building a multi-purpose community center in Lakeview, the area of San Francisco I grew up partly in, and mostly. And, of course, we were able to work together, put together a good nonprofit. We raised $1.5 million and built the community center, and also used that money to operate the center the first 5 years.
Wow.
By then, my, time the community was coming to a close. I went back to school, and also I started really enjoying teaching once again. And so I got my administrative credential, and while I was at Treasure Island as a site administrator for a charter school, and once I got my MA, I moved up to a comprehensive school, Liberty High School in Brentwood, California. And since that time, I also started writing again. In 2003, I wrote the original History to Destiny Through Afrocentric Poetry, which was a book of 304 pages of spoken word. But and I'm glad I kept the file. Luckily, I kept the file because it now has a whole new life as an ebook. And then again, I wrote Loving Black Women in 2006. I printed up 500 copies, and they all sold out. But again, because I kept the file, it is now an ebook. So I have new life for Loving Black Women. And in addition to that, I've written 2 other books. One called Long Distance Love, And that was an ill-fated love affair. And it even included a trip back to Nigeria. Happened to be a Nigerian lady, but it didn't really turn out the way the storybooks do, you know. So, again, I went through that process of writing the story out because it was so unbelievable. But long-distance love will take you from one end of Lagos to the other and, through much of the countryside of Nigeria as well on the journey. And but it also has kind of a conclusion because the visa process is 4 years. And you be careful about who you go through that long time commitment with. I can just give you that advice. Finally, I've written the last book. It's called American Challenges in the Obama Era. And so it talks about how we are at the onset of the Obama era, how we are as a people, our challenges, the things we are doing to each other that we shouldn't, the things that we could do for each other. As well, it talks about the inception of the Obama presidency and the initial first 2 years of his term in office, as well as some of the proposals that I had made to Mr. Obama, like having an adult job training program, paid job training program, like World War II, like CETA, like those times where the government, which is the biggest employer anyway, should, because of the fact that the economy is so bad. But, so that book is, again, it ends at 2012, and I do discuss the emergence of the Tea Party because they kind of try to negate whatever kind of affirmation that Obama had from the election. So, American Challenges in the Obama Era, Part 1, it goes out at the second year, and I'm very proud of all my books. Now, the book we didn't talk about, Journey to the Motherland, from San Francisco to Benin City, is actually a paperback, and I still have hundreds of copies. And it's available through Amazon.com, and, of course, all my e-books are Kindle e-books, and they're available, again, through Amazon.com.
Right. Oh, wow. I mean, y'all, a plethora of books, e-books. And the young listeners probably don't even know what a file is. They probably think you're talking about an e-file.
But the file I'm thinking of is the file of the manuscript of the book. And
yes.
I don't have the file for Journey to the Motherland. Otherwise, I would make it an e-book, too, because it's an excellent format. But having the file of all the other books, I was able to give them new life and a new release, and they're only 99 cents. So if you have your Kindle unit or an iPod, iPad, you can download them for 99 cents. Now, there's a special deal with Kindle because if you have an Amazon.com account, you can actually download one book a month free, any ebook. And I'm urging you to, if you have that Amazon.com account already, to download one of my 4 books.
Wow, y'all heard that
free.
Now. You can download one of the 4 books, okay? But let's talk about the latest book, the Obama era. We're going to take it from 2012, and we're going to kind of work backwards because actually that's the way this society is working anyway. It's backwards, so we're going to join in, okay?
I agree.
We're going to start off with the Obama, and then we're going to hit Loving Black Women and the history to destiny through Afrocentric poetry.